You go out partying with your best friend, have a really great night, and don't suspect a thing. It's been a few years since this happened, but I still think about it today. I was out partying in the club with a friend back then. We had a really great evening. We danced, had a few drinks, and really had no reason at all to feel uncomfortable. At some point around 2 in the morning, a man approached us. He was friendly, about our age, and said he worked at the club. He mentioned that after the club officially closed, there would be a small after party for staff and select guests. He said he'd seen us and thought we'd be welcome to join. My friend was interested and wanted to go home instead. I was curious and asked him where the party would be. He just said, not far from here, just come with me. To this day, I don't know why I even thought about it, but something about him didn't strike me as strange. So I told my girlfriend to go get her things while I went with him for a bit. She actually wanted to come along, but the man said, it's really just a few minutes away, you can go ahead, I'll bring her over later. My friend also thought this was a little strange and said she'd wait outside. So I went with him and through our side exit of the club. We walked down a small street, then another one, and at some point there was no sign of the club at all. I asked, where exactly is the party? He replied, right up ahead. Then he suddenly stopped. A black minivan was parked in front of us. No advertising, and no lettering, and no windows in the back, just a black van. And right at that moment, I got a really bad feeling. I asked him, why is there a van here? He said, the others are already back there. I remember that at the moment, all I could think was, no. I turned around and was about to go back. Then he said, come on, come with me, we're almost there. And suddenly his voice was completely different, no longer friendly. I took a step back and asked, where are the others? He didn't answer. Instead, he opened the side door of the van. Then I started screaming, as loud as I could. He said, just calm down. But I just ran off. I had no idea where I was. I just knew I had to get back to the club. After maybe 20 meters, a club employee actually came toward me. I yelled at him that I needed help and that this man was following me. The employee immediately ran toward me. The man with the van had disappeared by then. Later, my girlfriend came out of the club too and I told her everything. But the worst was yet to come. The club offered to let us watch the security footage, and there we saw something that still gives me goosebumps to this day. The man hadn't just shown up shortly before 2 o'clock. He'd been in the club since the beginning of the evening. In several clips, you could see him watching us. At the bar, on the dance floor, when we went to the restroom. He was even right behind us once we were taking pictures. And at one point, we saw him talking to another employee. At first, we thought he might actually have worked there. But when the club looked for him, it turned out he wasn't an employee at all. And there wasn't an after party that night either. It was all made up. To this day, I don't know what would have happened if I'd just gone along with him. All I know is I was incredibly lucky that night. And ever since then, I've never gone anywhere with someone just because they claim to work there. Especially not if I don't know the person. And honestly, this story is exactly why you should trust your gut. Because sometimes the mind doesn't realize something's wrong until much later. But your gut often knows it beforehand.